Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Sunday. You are listening to the Get Right Radio Show with the baddest bitch on the block, Eric Devontae.
And a bitch that just feels bad. Kelvin Unique. Oh, my goodness. You can hear it all in my voice.
You know, your energy is a little, it's not even low. It's just like you could feel
I'm mellow.
Yeah, it's that heaviness of I've drank a few drinks. I, in your case, ate a few edibles, and the bitch is low-key laid out.
I did not go to sleep until 5. I don't know how I make it through the day. Like, everything is dark. Like, I literally threw this on, jumped in the shower, threw this on, and it's like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but we're gonna make it through this.
Absolutely. You look cozy.
I am cozy.
First show of June?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We made it.
We made it.
We're 6 months in.
Yeah. Wait, 6 months in what?
The
year.
Yeah.
Girl, fuck 2020. Because 2020 is a hot fucking mess.
2020 has been a very interesting bamboo.
As I sit here salivating on my Skittles. Like, ladies and gentlemen, me and Kelvin both got no sleep. We were not together. Okay, cut your whole brain off.
That's right.
But I got no sleep either. And I just feel like, okay, so I got a new hookah. I'm very excited to share this with you guys. I got a new hookah.
So now you're a full-ass hookah lounge.
Yeah, I'm a Dominican poppy. I've always wanted to be.
Wow.
So, yeah, I've been doing that. But then, like, with the 420, I'm cleaning it up. I don't know if my mom going to listen to this. With the 420, the wine.
All she's going to do is Google it.
Yeah. I don't know if my mom listens to the show. I feel like she doesn't watch all my content because she's afraid of what's about to come out my mouth.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, my mouth is wild.
Yeah.
So either way, I've been giving it up filthy, and I'm low-key exhausted. I think my body is dehydrated and just sick of my shit.
I think mine is too.
Yeah.
All the eating, all the drinking.
Mm-hmm.
I said Monday. I can't. I got to stop.
You're going to stop tomorrow?
Yeah, I got to stop eating all this fat food. I got to stop drinking on the weekdays.
Yeah.
We got to start slow. We were supposed to start back work on Monday as well, so I figured I need to start slowly getting myself back into the habit of actually living a normal life.
Wait, which one?
Gold Gods.
Oh, my God.
But then the raid happened.
Oh, fuck. Did y'all get hit?
No, we didn't, thank God. Shout out to all the looters, but they didn't get us.
Good.
They didn't get us.
Y'all are boarded up, right?
We are boarded up,
Okay.
but they got every other shop.
All right, you were saying that Supreme got hit.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Why wasn't I there?
I don't know. That's what I said, too. After thinking about it, I went to a shoe store yesterday, and the owner was like, yeah, somebody made upwards of $40,000 already on the resale of some like things from Supreme and like from all the other places that they hit up over there.
Now, how do these people not get caught?
Well, because with apparel and how the reseller game is, like you put something online, you don't have to like register who you are as long as you got your bank account, and they can't verify that you actually got the shoes.
Right.
So,
wow.
or how you got the shoes.
Whoa. And no, I'm not asking for a friend, ladies and gentlemen. If there's another loot situation,
yourself.
I'm about to be the one bootlegging you bitches.
Because I missed the first time.
Right, but this time I'm ready.
But this time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's not happening for me.
Period.
Eric, I just want to say thank you for bringing this orange juice because you have saved my soul.
You're welcome. I know the power of a good bottle of orange juice.
Yeah.
It's game changer.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit really does it.
I should have drunk this in intervals last night. Like, started off with just a friendly, like, haven't seen some of my college friends, Josh and Paige, and them for a minute. So we hung out for a while, and Josh has these marijuana drops. They're TCH and CBD. Mm-hmm. So he put some in my cup, like a half in my cup, and I was like, oh, wow, I didn't know. Now he drugged me. Mm-hmm. So now I was a little high, but I wasn't upset about it. Okay. He asked me, do I want a beverage? He was going to be alcoholic, but I guess I got high. So. Yeah. And then he made weed brownies. Oh, but wow. I forgot they were weed brownies.
Did you fuck him up?
I fucked them brownies up. So I got more high off of that. Then I left there because he went on his journey. And then started drinking some wine. And then we went to a house party. Oh. And then they had jungle juice. So I don't even know
this
what
was Alexis and Rich?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
I gotta go to one.
Yeah. It was in the hood.
Oh.
Yeah, you would have. We had let me tell you about this party last night. Thank you for reminding me because it was an experience. The drink was good, but then as the night started going on, it was one boy's birthday. So it said before we got there, I was over. Rich was like telling me just like, yeah, it's gonna be popping. They said they're gonna have a stripper. They have like a girl. They got a stripper. It's gonna be lit.
What
We're
is
like,
with
oh
them and the
shit.
strippers?
I don't know why people like strippers. They're like, yeah, they got strippers. It's gonna be lit. Let's go. It's like, okay, cool. Turn up, you know. So then we get there and we cooling. We making them. I'm not drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like shots. You gotta do one, Kelvin.
You have to do one.
So I do a shot. And there's like, oh. 10 minutes later, that was 10 minutes. Come on, another one. Like, y'all so fucking stupid. So that was 2 shots, and then my jungle juice, and then by that time I'm like, okay, what the hell's going on? So now it's time for the stripper.
Wow, the stripper really pulled up.
The stripper really pulled up. So mind you, it's supposed to be 2 strippers,
mm-hmm.
a female stripper and a male stripper.
Mm-hmm.
The female stripper did not come.
Wow.
So I don't know what was going on with that. But then, like, they turn off the lights. They got this little purple strobe light that he brings with him, so it's like the people can like throw and like do like this. So like, we got the lights going. He's like, dun, dun, dun. And then they start the music, and it's Key Sweat.
Which one? Twisted.
Yes.
Was it really Twisted?
Yes. Yes. So then we're swinging. I was like, oh shit, this is like a veteran stripper because this ain't no young nigga stripper song.
Not to no Key Sweat.
Opens up the door.
No.
It is a Johnny Bravo.
No.
Mexican.
No.
Like with the glasses. But like he has like a large ass Windsor tie knot. Like this untied with a 15X blazer on. And it's like, he looked like someone who had been stripping since 1995.
Oh, shit.
You remember those old Chippendale ads?
Yeah.
Like, that's how he looked when he came out. Let me tell you, we bust out laughing.
Oh my! Not in his face.
Y'all
was drunk. Y'all did it in his face. Y'all did
Imagine all these black men.
Oh my god!
And just in women, there was a few women in there. What the hell was we like? What the fuck are we doing with this? Allegedly, they sent the wrong stripper, so they just said fuck it and just kept going with it.
Oh my god!
And I kept trying to get it on tape, but I was like, I don't want this on my phone. But I was like, no one's ever going to believe it. I kept saying this, no one's ever going to believe this story. No one's ever going to believe this story. And I can't wait till I'm more sober so I can tell it in the details that was going to be. Because, like, it was just so bad. He kept, like, trying to, like, sure for, like, everybody there, but nobody was, like, paying him. Everybody was paying him dust.
Oh, my God.
So we didn't even get no money. So it was like, well, where's the birthday boy? So then he got the birthday boy, and there's the birthday boy. But then, like, he left. It was like, oh, shoot, that was a close call. Then he came back because he had a second act, and everybody was just really over it.
Oh, my God. Where do y'all get these fucking strippers from? Craigslist?
I don't know where they got these strippers from. I went to a hood party in the hood. So, yes.
He was probably shook boots coming to that house.
You know he was? Oh, okay. We're going to make this quick. They need 2 dances. I'm going to get in there and get out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was like, mm-mm. And he had to make that quarantine coin.
Damn. Yeah, no, because when I think of a stripper, I think of like a big-ass black man with muscles and shit. Nah.
Well, there's all types of strippers.
I know there are, but the way you described him, a Johnny Bravo.
A Johnny Bravo.
Mexican man. With glasses.
From the Chippendales era.
And a 15XL blazer. Dancing to Key Sweat Twister.
Yes.
That sounds crazy.
It is the most... I want to find video from that because I know that they will tell me that I'm not crazy.
Why didn't you record it?
I don't know why I didn't record it.
You should have just did it. You was drunk.
That's what it was. I think I see why people go don't record things, go into shock. Like when the moments happen, you're like, why did you get that on film? Like, I can't believe that happened to me. I would have been like, so. I think I was just so like shocked in that moment that I was like, wow, this is crazy.
Oh my goodness. Wow. You know, to anybody listening in my core friend group, next party I have, if y'all can organize a stripper and get me a proper stripper, that would be appreciated. I've never had a stripper pull up on me, in a remote location. Of course at the strip club, but they don't really care about you. They just want their money. I feel like when it's in a remote location, they'll spend more time. I felt bad because no one was tipping them. But all I had was a 10 and a 5. Oh. And he definitely was not getting the 10. So I really was debating about this 5. And I was like, You didn't give him the 5? No one here has changed. Oh, my God. Eric, no one asked for that.
That was not part of our plans. No one asked for that, so I didn't feel obligated to
No, you
pay
shouldn't.
for what I didn't order this.
Yeah, that's not your job.
When you go out to the restaurant and your friends start ordering everything, they want to split evenly.
Yeah.
Like, no, I didn't order this. That's exactly how that was.
I think that's perfectly
We were at
okay.
the restaurant and they want to start splitting shit equally.
Yeah.
I didn't order the stripper.
Who the fuck had the tartar?
Who? Because I can't do no tar. I did not order this. Why is this here? So that's how it was with that stripper.
Damn, that sucks.
If you were a stripper, what type of stripper would you be? Would you be more like a pole dancer? Would you be an exotic dancer? Would you be like the ones that like pop, lock, and drop it and do like all the like the choreographed dance moves? Or would you be like the super sensual stripper?
I think I'd be the super sensual choreographed stripper.
You gonna have all ache out?
Yeah, fuck out of here. And it's gonna be Tamaya, it's all about me.
So as soon as I get in, what I'm expecting, all eyes on me and all tips on me.
You know what kind of stripper you getting if I walk through the fucking
That
door.
is fun.
Let's go. Turn up.
I don't know what type of stripper. I'll probably be a little bit of choreographed because I love a dramatic.
What choreography would you do?
I
as
will
a
learn how to
stripper?
do so many backflips and front flips. Like
Really?
I'll be one of the gymnastic strippers. You know the ones that come in and do a front flip, up, split, come up, and then like, yeah, what's up? And then that's how I'm going to be. So I probably will be a gymnastic ass stripper, with my own 8 count too, because I want lights and smoke.
Yeah.
Like I like a show.
I can see you doing it in like a banana thong.
Yeah, like the banana one, like actual banana one.
Not an actual banana.
No, like but you,
Yeah,
it's
yes,
like a
yes,
banana.
yep. Mm-hmm.
That's what I would.
I can see that for you.
Yeah. Actually, let's well.
Chris, it's been nice having you listen to the show.
Yeah, right. I wonder if do they have amateur night?
Where?
Would you go? Would you go to be a stripper on amateur night if they had one?
Yeah, I just need to work on my splits. I feel like, what is a stripper without a split?
A splitless stripper.
Yeah,
a split slur.
Me going in there like that, I'm limiting my tips. And unless I want to be like Johnny Bravo, I gotta do it right.
Yeah. Or you can go to Johnny Bravo's normal crowd, which is probably elderly. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of elderly functions.
Yeah, but they like to touch, and I don't like that.
Especially with Rona. And that was another thing. We don't want nigga 6 feet. Like, y'all in the face.
Yeah, no, if the stripper was fine enough, I wouldn't give a fuck. I wouldn't care. I'd also strip to Contagious, Addicted by Truth Hurts. He's so contagious.
Yeah. What stripper song would I would probably strip unto. I would probably strip until.
Nice wordplay.
Probably something like Brick House.
Not Brick House. The Commodores?
The Commodores. Or I would probably strip to. I want something like Funky. Maybe Work It Out by Beyonce. I want something like with a horn. I need something funky.
Like, are you going to use a hula hoop?
Yeah, I feel like I'll be like a stripper from like the 70s, 70s. So with flips, So like I would like it'd be a lot like that's like the hip though.
Right. Oh my God, Kelvin as a stripper. Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Well,
I think it can be promising.
I have a lot of time in 2020.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the house parties are gonna go through the roof now.
Oh my God, are they? The first house party when we get up out this bitch, it's about to be lit. Like that should be where we make our debut.
Yeah.
That should be, people are going to have their money. Hopefully the second stimulus hits. And if not, hopefully these bitches went back to work. Because I'm not going to strip for no broke bitches. Like, what am I doing?
We need your money.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. And then maybe we could carry a boombox.
Oh, I like a little rat tat tat to the tat.
Mm-hmm.
And that is more authentic.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, there's just normal people walking around with music. That's funny. They brought their own music to the party. Right. And then next thing, wow, there's strippers.
Right.
Who ordered the strippers?
Some fancy bitch in the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's like, imagine going to someone's house. Well, what's the Wi-Fi connection? And then it's just.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think about that because if you got like a Beats pill.
Yeah, like, no.
Like, how does that work? When you're doing these home functions, do you actually hook to their Alexa or like their Google Chrome so you can skip the song or fade out?
But it's like, why aren't you prepared?
But do you use a Beats pill? Like, how do you know if they're gonna have music or not? So I guess you would have to travel with your own music if you.
Imagine you relied on someone else to have a speaker system at their house and they don't.
Like, oh shit! I thought you was gonna bring the. I got my phone.
Right.
I can play it off my phone.
Oh my god.
Hey, put your phone in the cup so it can be louder.
Yes.
That is ghetto.
Or if you have like Beats headphones, so you just like
put them on
and let it play out there.
Oh yeah.
Right, and you strip it to a Beats headphone. That's ghetto.
That is the ghettoest thing ever.
Easy way to get no stars on you.
I think I may still be a little
what?
Inebriated.
You?
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm drunk, but I definitely still feel like I'm high.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm definitely like coasting. This is really interesting.
Yeah, I don't feel drunk. I feel just slightly sloppy. Like my speech is fine, but like on the inside it's like, bitch, you know you didn't sleep adequately for this. You know you did not sleep adequately for this. At all. So ladies and gentlemen, I don't know which direction the show will take, but hey, you are along for the ride. Happy
2
Sunday.
hours of us rambling.
Yeah, no, we got structure.
Catch a better show next week or the show after the show before this one. I'm pretty. It was wonderful.
No, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a good show. Pretty sure. You know what I will say is that the times that we're in, it's very racially conscious.
Yeah.
But the stories that I had picked for today's Bitch You Better Read aren't drainingly racially conscious. They're just things that I think we can have a good time talking about. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Bitch You Better Read. Number one. Trina apologizes for her recent comments about the protests.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So before I even play the clip for you guys of what Trina said, I'll just start with the story. On Wednesday, Trina started to make headlines for comments she made earlier in the week in relation to the protests that have been going on in response to the death of George Floyd. The comments were made on her radio show, and she expressed her frustration with the damage that had been done in the city of Miami as a result of the protests. Thursday morning, Trina returned to her Thursday morning, Trina returned to her and Trick Daddy's radio show on 99 Jams Miami and issued an apology and explained the origins of her comments as she had no intentions of offending anyone. She said, me and my... Actually, I don't gotta read that.
No.
Hit the clip.
Me in my Trina's world, I'm automatically speaking for black people. I am the black people. Right. I am black people. That's who I'm speaking for. And I'm not going to say black people are animals. I'm not, but I didn't say that, hey, my black people or all of my people. I'm not talking to you, not the protests, not those that are trying to make change. And this is why the day after when we spoke to the commissioner, I said to Trick, well, I learned a lot more about what's really happening and what, you know, because I'm trying to understand what's the solution. What is the answer to everything that's happening? And it's more than just in the streets or people, you know, doing whatever. It's the commissioners, it's the governor, it's the mayors, all these people, it's the chief of police. I had no idea of that. So now I'm understanding that. And these are the people that has to protect the cities. And so now these are the people that you go and you want to talk to. You want answers from. You want all this. You want change. This is and build up to try to make it look better. So that's just where I was speaking from. Not a store, not nothing. Nobody's fancy car. None of that. I don't.
There's more clips.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah, Trina was just rambling.
Care about that. I'm just speaking from where I felt that, you know, things that I saw. I'm not calling nobody's color or anything. The gap was, I didn't say, you know, black people, my people, and I would never say that or call black people animals or any name. Like, I am a black person, so I must be an animal. I must be the same person. I mean, that's not who I am.
Right. A real Trina fan.
So, before all of that, if you go to the last slide, you can hear Trina's initial comments that caused her to say an apology.
They need to make the curfew at 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. That's how I feel.
No.
Keep everybody off the streets, these animals off the streets that are running around in Miami-Dade County acting like they have escaped from a zoo. Lock them up at 5 p.m. so the streets can be nice and clean. That's how I feel. That means tear up our city?
Ain't nobody tear up no city.
That means tear up our, that means run through and tear up our stores and burn down our stuff and break in our stores. I don't approve of it, period.
Okay.
I don't approve of it, period.
Now,
Now,
talking about black lives.
the black lives that matter, right? The same black lives that are taken from the hands of other black people, those matter too, huh? Like, all y'all fake for the protesters and the fake, oh, we so concerned about George Floyd. Half of y'all are marching, are not even caring about this man. People are just doing it maliciously.
Everybody wasn't looting and burning up stuff. When the police get behind you and the red and blue lights come on, you're not supposed to be scared. You're not supposed to be scared.
I'm never scared. I have my license and registration and insurance. I'm not scared.
And that was all of Trina's mess. What were your thoughts?
Everybody does not deserve to be on the microphone.
Mm-hmm.
I think just because you are a celebrity or you have a song, your voice doesn't always need a platform, because sometimes you have to be mindful of what you're saying. I think she was wrong to blanket all protesters as looters. She sounds just like Fox News or somewhere else that's not feeling the truth. I also just think that Trina everybody don't need to talk.
Yeah. And, Trina's one of those artists that, while she's respected for her two decade at this point, yes, because 2000, 2-decade long run in the career, she's not one of those people that is safe from cancel culture.
Yeah.
Because, I don't want to say she's Trina, but like, we don't care enough. We do not care enough holistically to protect Trina's reputation in her career. So when you get on the radio and verbatim say that black people are, or the protesters who are mostly black, are animals acting like they just escaped from a zoo, bitch, this is the wrong time for that. Like, historically, we've been compared to monkeys, apes, gorillas, all this shit. And you gonna take your black ass on a radio station as a black rapper and compare us all to animals. Then in your apology, say, well, why would I ever say black people are animals? I said that they're acting like... And then in the same clip, you can hear her. Like, I can't. Trick Daddy tried to save her, but she was so adamant. She was so wrong and strong that no one was gonna save Trina. And I don't know how to feel at this point. Do I believe in canceling her? No, I don't support cancel culture, because at the same time, Lil Wayne went on the radio or a podcast or something. And did you see that?
I did.
And I don't want to say spewed ignorance. Oh, okay. I would never listen to that. I would never listen to a Lil Wayne podcast. It sounds draggy. But the point is, he got on his podcast spewing not ignorance, but like semi-stupidity. So I feel like if Trina was to get canceled, then Lil Wayne should be canceled. But I know Lil Wayne won't get canceled, so why am I canceling Trina? I don't like the double standard of cancel culture, but I think that she sounded like an ass.
I don't know if I'm gonna. I as a former supporter of cancel culture, I think we also do need to wondering what we're canceling and how we're canceling. If you're not gonna support, just don't support her.
Yeah, she's already losing followers on Instagram, and she doesn't drop enough songs for a stream. So, and her last album tanked. So, I don't know, Trina. Not a good moment for you. And I'm pretty sure Kaya will be dragging you and Bobby Lights next week, because Bobby Lights decided to put on a judge's robe and copy Kaya's whole gig and didn't even read her as well as she would have read him. It's just, it's real ghetto. It's really ghetto. Hate to see it, Trina. Next time, be more conscious before you say things.
Yeah.
Number two.
So
the NFL commissioner admits that they were wrong for not listening to players earlier and encourages them to speak out and peacefully protest. On Friday, the NFL commissioner, Roger Goodell, sat down for a video to apologize and acknowledge the league's wrongdoing when it came to not supporting its players as they peacefully protested against racial injustice. In the video, Goodell says, "We, the National Football League, condemn racism and the systematic oppression of black people. We, the National Football League, admit that we were wrong for not listening to NFL players earlier and encourage all players to speak out and peacefully protest. We, the National Football League, believe that Black Lives Matter." His response comes after several players participated in the Stronger Together video, where they asked the league to take a stance and own up to their mistakes and show their support as they continue to protest against police brutality and the racial injustice inside of the black communities. Notably, many people were also looking for Goodell to acknowledge and apologize to Colin Kaepernick specifically. Back in 2016, he peacefully protested by kneeling during the national anthem. As many of you know, his peaceful protest cost him his job in the NFL. However, he has continued his fight regardless of the NFL's actions. Colin's girlfriend, Nessa Diab, called out Goodell for still having Colin blackballed when all he did was peacefully protest against the very thing that is heavily impacting the black community: police brutality and racial injustice. According to CNN, what is going on with my tongue? According to CNN, Goodell said he would be reaching out to players and those who have been speaking out about the issues to see how we can improve and go forward for a better and more united NFL family. Now, I was watching that video and I couldn't take any of it seriously.
I think the apology isn't needed still, because they haven't apologized like formally. It was like the acknowledgement of maybe we were on the wrong side of history with the kneel. And I think that for that, I don't know why I took all of this to get you to see that wasn't that bad.
I don't know why it was seen as such a bad thing from the start.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't understand why they took Kaepernick's movement, or him, like, simply kneeling as such a big thing. Like, it wasn't like he stuck a middle finger up during it. It wasn't like he would talk to people during it. He's literally just making a silent statement. And you're right. The NFL got on the wrong side of history with that. Imagine how impactful it would have been had the NFL actually, like, led that movement at the forefront. Yeah. Like, saw what the issue was, addressed it, brought light to it, and then, you know, stood in solidarity with him. That would have really gave the NFL so much validity. Now we move forward 4 years later, and we get this apology from the commissioner, this half-assed apology from the commissioner, and I'm looking at it like, you know, we don't take this seriously, right? Like, this movement started, not necessarily started, but it was as early as Kaepernick took a knee. Yeah. So now you're gonna apologize? It's just, it was very diplomatic. Just because we have to do it, or else our league loses credibility. But no one's taking you seriously. At least I'm not. Yeah. I don't. Why even? I actually would have respected the NFL more had they not said anything. It's like, well, this is how we feel, and we're going to stick by it. It would have been fucked up, but don't sit here and lie to me. And don't expect me to buy it. Yeah.
Don't panhandle. Yeah, I think that's what it was. It was really like, we just out here. Everyone else is making a statement. We probably should make a statement because we've been awfully quiet. What should we say? We know we have our own sins, and we should come clean about those. And I think that's what it was. But I don't think that they honestly meant all of it.
I don't think they meant any of it. And the one thing I will say that I agreed with was when the commissioner was like, without the black players, the NFL would not be able to run. The NFL is predominantly black players. How dare y'all? And why are y'all so comfortable? I really wonder how much power the players have. Yeah. Because it's like, you guys really make them money. Like, these owners and shit cannot fund this if y'all don't play. So what is it that can be done to leverage the strength that you guys have? You know, still get you guys out there to play the sport, but fuck these people trying to run y'all on some slave owner shit. Because that's how I view the NFL, honestly. Because after them just disposing of Kaepernick for expressing his views as a black person, in my mind it was like, get the fuck out of here, nigger. So you have all these black people here who are also not speaking up. So in my mind, it's that one slave who was just tired of everybody's shit. Yeah. And was just like, fuck out of here. You're going to treat me with some respect. But the rest of the slaves were so like, I don't know what life is like outside of here. Will I survive? And as a result, they stayed there knowing how they view you. Yeah. And it's just so, and I hate to make it deep, but it's deep. It's systemic. It's embedded in our history. And that's what the NFL gives me. It gives me very slave owner. We give you a check But in that money, we pay you not to speak. We pay you to play.
Yeah.
Like Laura Ingram's bum ass said with her flat ass hair. I don't know. What do you think?
I think that we have to be honest about our intentions, especially in this time. Mm-hmm. And I just don't want blanket things. I don't want it because it's something that is popular. It's something that is on trend. Mm-hmm. It's something that is disingenuous almost. Mm-hmm. Like I said on the weekend, I'm not interested in just seeing where you're spending your money. Mm-hmm. Are we talking about that donation or anything for Black Lives Matter and all the other stuff?
I didn't talk about any donations specifically because I was just like, hey, let the money go somewhere as long as it's touching down.
Well, we are going to talk about it in the next story. So.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'll save it.
Okay, so number 3.
Los
Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti slashes the LAPD budget amid defund police movement. So, Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti... Hollywood Unlocked. Amid the defund police movement, Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti slashes the LAPD budget that was due for an increase. On Wednesday, Garcetti announced a series of reforms aimed at reducing police misconduct and defunding police. That was a part of the plan. Although the city's budget has already been impacted by the coronavirus crisis, Garcetti says that the Los Angeles Police Department can expect $100 to $150 million cut from its proposed $1.86 billion funding. Yikes. The police department gets money.
Yeah, a lot of money.
Garcetti then says that he plans to ask City Administrative Officer Richard Llewellyn to reallocate $250 million back to black communities for health and education. Another policy for reform will require officers to intervene and report if they see fellow officers engaging in any inappropriate use of force. Garcetti adds, nobody hates a bad cop more than a good cop. We have to make sure that there is no culture of silence. There is no culture of... help me out with this one.
Acquisitiveness?
You know what's crazy? I Googled this shit last night to know how to say it. Oh, wait.
Acquaintedness?
Hold on. Got you right now. It's still on the tab. Let's see. We're going to get this fucking word. Acquiescence. I know how.
Word of the day.
I know acquiescence. We went to school together.
Oh, child, my degree. I just see them stripping everything that I own away for that.
Hey, we haven't said anything toxic, so fuck it if we don't know a word. Acquiescence.
Acquiescence.
That's the word of the day, ladies and gentlemen. So
acquiescence.
They want to make sure there is no culture.
Act of being essence. I don't know what that means. You know, I come off really smart and really educated. I talk about my degrees. I talk about all this stuff. And it's okay to say you don't know what a word means.
It is.
It is okay to say you don't know what a word means.
Some of you bitches just be talking, using shit wrong, and I'd be like, that's not how you use that word. But I'm not going to tell everybody that because then it makes me look like the bitch in the room.
I can't even Google it.
Acquiescence, the reluctant acceptance of something without protest. Oh, okay. That makes sense now. Context. So we're trying to make sure there is no culture of acquiescence, that there is no culture of being a bystander. There is only right or wrong on our streets and on our streets across America. Period, Mayor Eric Garcetti. A lot of people weren't satisfied with this, though, because they were like, what is $100 to $150 million to a $1.86 billion budget?
It is a start.
It is. And that amount of money can do wonders in the black community. They're putting it towards health and education, meaning hospitals, schools can have better supplies, desks don't have to look broke down, maybe a new projector, maybe new computers for the tech lab, maybe home ec.
Yeah.
But
also, we're not looking at where that, it's being taken from the police department, but maybe it may be taken from an area they already have assessed about at. So that way they can normalize and try to neutralize what's going on the ground. So we can't say that's only that much because we don't know where that money's coming from. It could be doing something that's honestly really helpful. So
that is true. One thing someone was telling me, I was at work and one of the maintenance guys was like, the one thing when they defund the police department, the money that they take from, or the officers that get laid off most times, start in the more impoverished areas, and which is bad. But I was like, I understand that it could be bad, but I also don't think them being there provides that much safety. If police brutality is an issue, it's like, granted, if there's crime in these impoverished areas, you want the police there, but at the same time, if the police in these impoverished areas are the same ones unjustly killing black people, do you want them there? It's like a double-edged sword. I don't know what to believe anymore. Everything just seems so... I don't know. I'm taking in the moment as it comes because I'm grateful for the time that we're in, but a part of me also gets nervous that it's a moment in history. Like, it's a trend. And I really think that we're making such good headway right now that I don't want us to regress back to our past normal of black people being killed, police not being tried, even if it's on body cam. Like, I really want us to keep this pressure going because we have Black Lives Matter streets, Black Lives Matter lane. Yeah. In like DC? Is that DC?
Yeah. On the way on the strip to Washington D.C. to Washington D.C. I'm sounding so ignorant right now.
No, it's okay. I saw it all this week. This is all like new information. So, but yeah, I think they just renamed the street Black Lives Matter lane, and then they put on a street Black Lives Matter, and I think San Francisco did the same thing. Sacramento, one of those two places did it as well. Either way, what I'm trying to say is that I don't want us to lose this momentum. It seems like there's a lot of accountability. Certain ignorant people are having to address certain things. People are losing their jobs when necessary. And I would hate for us to just be like, okay, well, we did what we could. Let's move right along. And then we're back to this in 2 years or next year. So I don't know what to believe. But my fingers are crossed, and I think that this has been the most productive movement I've seen in recent years. What about you?
I think so, too. I think that one, you can't change the narrative as much as they have been able to change the narrative about protests and things or cases and things that have been seen before. And I think that's why this one feels different. Like, we have social media. Like, as soon as the news puts out something, we can say, no, this is what truly and honestly happened, because we have proof on our phones. We can see everything that's honestly going on, and I think that's what makes this one so special, that we all are in this together. Like, we see something, we report it, we say it's not right. I think the years of being silent for the generation before us, and that's on both sides, I think that this year is going to invoke change, and I think that I'm hoping and praying that this just carries on forever. Like, I was going to say, like, in the other story about the companies donating money to the NAACP and to all these other organizations, I think that it's great that you are spending money outside in the community, but what are you doing inside your corporation and your company and your office community? How are you implementing change there?
Right.
Because it will be really sad for you to donate all this money to the NAACP, and the NAACP has to come and investigate what's going on in your office. So I just want to make sure that everything is aligned. And it's not just throw money and throw dollars, but it's actually make effective change.
Have there been any, because we've seen a lot of celebrities take to social media. Have there been any celebrities that you felt were disingenuous? Like that they were doing this because this is the time, and if you don't do it, you'll look like a piece of shit when it's all said and done?
I don't think so.
That's good.
I don't think so.
I think
I know Leah Michelle was getting dragged through the street.
As she should. I didn't realize she was such a horrible person.
I didn't know that. I did not know that until...
I mean, allegedly, I wasn't there.
Yeah. But the stories and the co-signs from her co-stars of color.
I would have whooped her ass.
Oh no. Okay.
Like, are we serious?
Oh no.
The way they was talking about her on Glee.
I don't know.
Then you got... And the big girls was talking about, you made my experience horrible. Whoop her ass. Whoop her ass. What are you sitting here complaining for?
We can't be promoting violence.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm realizing during this time I'm a radical.
We cannot be promoting violence. That's inappropriate.
A radical in a crop top.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm going to brand it.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Blueface
tells furniture store to give him a George Floyd and Black Lives Matter discount. You know, I was never a fan of Blueface to begin with, but Blueface is a fucking idiot. I don't understand why y'all make people famous. Certain people should not be famous. Like, Blueface is literally an asshow. And I don't even know what I was about. An ass clown. He's an ass clown. Like, I know he's a troll, and I understand that he goes with the times of social media and all that stuff. I mean, but to go in a furniture store and record yourself asking for a George Floyd Black Lives Matter discount in a furniture store or with white people working at the desk?
Yeah.
What are you doing, Blueface? What the flying fuck? But watch how Blueface won't get canceled. Told y'all we really only be canceling black women. We should have canceled Blueface because he's terrible at what he does. But
yeah,
I saw that and rolled my eyes. There was no story to tell. I just wanted to let y'all know who y'all be supporting out here.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
No, I think that it's time to take the spotlight away from the people who just say whatever and just do whatever. Like, it's time to take that away. It's time to stop giving them another chance. Like, we let it slide after he got in a fight with his mom and his sister,
because that wasn't our business,
and did all that stuff. And then when I understand this all, I'm all for doing community service work and making sure we're doing things in the community to help better the community. But when you throw money off of the top of a vehicle and make it rain on homeless people for them to run around and pick it up, that's embarrassing to me. This is rather embarrassing. We don't make jokes like this.
This is ghetto. Tokyo Jets also was getting a bit of backlash for a comment she made in a video at home when she was like, "Don't make me George Floyd your ass."
Yeah, that was inappropriate too.
But people were so ready to cancel her, and I know my mouth. I'm one of those bitches. I wouldn't say I'm really good with like picking my times to say certain things, but I know I'm witty. So would I say I'll George Floyd your ass? No, especially not at the height of the era. Like, not at the height of this moment. Hey, Red Velvet. Ugh, my tongue, y'all. I'm so sorry. Hey, Red Velvet. Hey, Novon. I wouldn't be the bitch to say that type of shit right now. And I feel like she felt it because immediately everyone was trying to cancel her ass. But why is it that you guys are so willing to take out black women as opposed to the Bluefaces, the Lil Waynes, and I guess I can't say Kanye West because he was marching on the streets and I think he donated money to some organizations. But like, let's just not do cancel culture if we're going to be biased about how we do it. Because in my opinion, Tokyo Jet's comments and Blueface's comments don't differ that much. On top of it, it's not like Blueface is this established amazing rapper that we need to have on the scene. Tokyo Jets is not an established rapper we need to have on the scene, so treat them with the same energy. I'm just noticing this whole disproportionate energy in the black community right now. Like, whether it be black men, black women, trans women. Like, another thing I saw online, this Ayanna Taylor, I'm not sure what her last name is, but I think it's Ayanna Taylor. Either way, she was this trans woman who apparently got into a bit of a car accident, got into a fight with a girl, a cisgender girl, and then as a result, a bunch of like 30 black men whooped her ass outside of a convenience store, and then inside the convenience store. And then I'm reading the comments like, hopefully these people have a shred of decency to like be outraged, and people in the comments talking about, well, I don't care if you transition or not, you still have man strength, so he deserves to get his ass whooped. Like, what are we doing? The whole Black Lives Matter movement is supposed to be in support of all black lives, but you guys are picking and choosing who to support. I don't think that we need to have this grace with black men and not carry it out with black women, black trans women. Like, it's really disgusting. We've made great headway, but along the path, I feel like I need to remind you guys that all black lives matter. It cannot be just those that I feel comfortable around.
Yeah.
If you see someone with your same skin tone, treat them with that same respect. Don't want all of them to get killed by the police. Don't want to see any of them, unjustly thrown in prison. Like, it just makes the movement look a little shiesty.
Yeah, I think that when we look at movements and how we unite everyone, we have to include everyone and everything. And if you leave something out, then you can't make effective change and effective progress.
Yeah.
And I think that when we are screaming Black Lives Matter, we do have to understand that there are other people who feel like their Black lives don't matter in the Black community. We have to also address that moving forward with things. And I think those are some things that we in the community need to embrace and talk about, because a lot of times we don't.
Yeah, like Red Velvet says Black Power we push. Absolutely. The fact that Breonna Taylor's death really got no attention. Ahmaud Arbery either. Like, we started with that one, and then it kind of just went shroomp. I guess because once they got arrested, we were like, well, that's probably as far as this is going to get. But Breonna Taylor really got no justice, and she was killed when she was asleep. Like, that's so heavy. And her birthday just passed. She was 27. I'm 26. You're 25.5. Like, that's crazy. That could be any one of us. But, like, my one urge is that we pay more attention and energy to Black women during this movement, because Black women are so vocal and so strong. Like, they just don't play when it comes to, you know, Black men or other Black women. Black women go hard, and to see that they tend to get, you know, forgotten about amongst this whole thing, it disheartens me, because it's like, so who is this movement really for? And I'm not questioning the credibility of this movement, because Black Lives Matter is an amazing movement, and like I said, we are making great headway. However, we need to make sure everyone in this space is protected.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be a Black woman that feels like, well, damn, if I die tomorrow, they're not going to have a hashtag for me, or we're not going to push that hard. You know, it's not a Black bitch. It's not like, it's, we got to hold each other to a certain value. And I feel like that's the one thing that might be missing. We can't categorize who's worth the Black Lives Matter movement. If you see that they're Black, that's enough for them to matter. And I think that's the last I'm going to say on this.
You said a lot, and you said it very well.
Thank you. I try when I'm not slurring over my hookah, wine, weed-infused tongue. Number 5. Now, this whole one is going to sound contradictory to everything I just said. But Oprah Winfrey is going to host a two-night town hall meeting discussing racism in America. According to The Hollywood Reporter, media mogul Oprah Winfrey is hosting a 2-night town hall special to discuss racism in America. The event, called Own Spotlight, Where Do We Go From Here, will air June 9th and 10th. What's today? The 6th?
Yes, so that's Tuesday and Wednesday.
Oprah stated, I've been having private conversations with friends and thought leaders about what's next and where we go from here. Said Winfrey regarding the May 25th death of Floyd. I thought it would be both of interest and service to bring their ideas, concerns, and comments into a national spotlight. Guests include Stacey oh my God, Eric.
Guests include Stacey Abrams, Ava DuVernay, and Mayor Keisha Lance Bottom. Now, the protests were inspired by the death of George Floyd, who died at the hands of 4 police officers, and a lot has happened since then. I don't know if we talked about it yet, but the other ex-officers have been charged with aiding and abetting, maybe I shouldn't take over, murder in the 2nd degree.
We said at the start of the show that we pulled in semi-hungover. Like,
it's okay, though.
But it's okay. It is, absolutely. My reasoning for putting Oprah in this top 5 story countdown is because I don't know what Oprah has been doing behind the scenes. I'm not about to sit here and discredit her. I already have my own previous disdain towards Oprah, because I just feel like she, speaking of being biased and what she focuses on, I feel like she's been unbiased, where she's like, I want to focus on the negative stories of Black men, be it Russell Simmons, be it Bill Cosby, be it whoever she's trying to cover, but I'm not going to report on the nasty ass shit that her white friends do. But now you want to have this 2-night town hall meeting, and it's like, yeah. I don't know that I want to hear this from you. I don't know that I care about what. I was really waiting for one of the guests to be Gayle King. so I could completely detach. Because what can you two tell me, based on what I've seen from you guys in the past few months, that's really going to make me sit and listen in regards to black issues? You're a black issue.
Wow.
That's how I feel about Oprah Winfrey. Like, I respect the name for Oprah, but I don't. That's as far as it goes.
I think that we're really at I was talking to a friend, and we were really at an interesting space of how we view our black celebrities now.
Oh, child. And she was before the rest of them.
And how we hold them accountable to a different standard sometimes. Has Oprah made mistakes? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Have we made mistakes? Hell, on this show, I was literally thinking about cancel culture, and there may have been some things that we have said on this show that could get us fired or potentially canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, mostly you and Chris. You know, I'm a lover of all for the most part, but I think where my thing is, and I'm gonna work on this before I enter Hollywood. At least I'm gonna frame it like I'm working on it, but I'm still gonna have these thoughts.
This is gonna come back to hunt you.
You know, like I was never invested in her to begin with. I was always invested in the name, but I'm still seeing certain actions, and I feel like because there's this hierarchy in the world, it's like this person's untouchable. But no, I feel like you need to be held accountable for your actions. And Oprah Winfrey has not given me anything worth respecting other than her career. I respect that you have your own publication. I respect that you run your own business. You're a pretty much self-made woman, but I just feel like your actions towards black men, for the most part, are imbalanced, and I'm not a fan. And that's just that. Call me Monique. I don't.
Not call me Monique.
I really don't. And it's sad. I feel like a lot of people want to speak out on things and they just don't. Who knows if she'll even be on the block when I make it?
What show?
Who?
Oprah. I don't know. I think that you just have to give. You have to be. I'm trying to frame this. I'm trying to get the words correct because I don't want to say anything wrong. I think that you have to make sure that when it's just time to stand in for what you believe in, that you're standing in it. And I think that Oprah sometimes has teetered that fence a lot. She has given to Africans and
I've seen
them
that.
and also built the schools and things of that nature. But I think that we also sometimes forget that she's human. And sometimes Oprah has to realize that she is still a part of us. It's okay to go out and spread the good word, but you have to honestly, truly believe it too. So I think that's where the disconnect comes sometimes, like with the Russell Simmons things and things like that. Because like she's not connected to them, or she's disconnected from it, or this is what the movement is, so we need to act on this movement instead of just being like truly in it. So I think that's where it comes from. And
I think the good word needs to be consistent. Your word is not good if it holds weight for certain people. Like if your word is that rape is bad, that's a good word. What makes it a bad word is rape is bad when it's done by black men, not white men. Now the word is tarnished. Like your word needs to hold the same type of weight across the board. And that's how I feel in terms of accountability. Like it is what it is. God gonna carry me through this life.
He will.
I'm not even worried.
He's got us favor. Yeah,
absolutely. But ladies and gentlemen, that was all for Bitch You Better Read. Show is.
All right, guys. Now it's time for the. Oh, jeez. Now it is time for the topic. All right, so as we are all getting ready to reopen America, I really just want to talk about, do you honestly think that we're ready to go back to the open? Do you think that we can go back to the gyms, the the beauty salons, the nail salons, the public parks, things of that nature. Are you ready to get back into everyday living life?
Yes.
Yes.
Completely. The only thing that I don't want to happen is that once we get everything back, we stop focusing on what's happening right now. Mm-hmm. I think the reason why this round of the Black Lives Matter movement was so strong is because people were in quarantine and people had time to focus. They had time to pay attention to what was going on and really address it. Most times, everyone's so caught in their 40-hour weeks that it's like, shit, I got to go to work. Then I got to go home, maybe deal with these kids, cook dinner, deal with a boyfriend, whatever the case may be. I don't have the energy to also be an activist. Most people are unemployed right now. So it's like my energy needs to be put somewhere. And people are already upset that they have little to no social interaction.
Yeah.
Everyone's just agitated. So everyone's been able to really lock in on this Black Lives Matter movement. And it's been really good. And I fear that when we have bars open, because I'm sure you saw like ABC News is talking about next Friday bars will be opening, day camps will be opening, gyms and stuff. I don't want everyone to go back and be like, oh, everything's normal again, because what was normal was not healthy. That's my only fear. Now, socially, am I ready to get back to the scene? Hell yeah. I want a chicken head in the club. I want to hear Petey Pablo. I want to be that pigeon bitch everywhere. But I think that this time was like a time for, to look at yourself and figure out, what it is that I need to work on and how I'm feeling and what goals do I have for myself. Mm-hmm. And I don't want people to just go back and just like act like this moment didn't happen, because it happened for a reason. This whole time span that we were in happened for a reason. So as long as people kind of like stay grounded in what they've learned these past 2-3 months, I'm cool with it. But I'm ready to hit the streets.
Yeah, I'm ready to go out and explore and see everything. Again, I do miss just being around groups of people, like seeing people that you haven't seen in a while, or just being around people. Because, I love being in the city that I actually can walk around and see the people and people watching, things like that. So I miss the city being busy. But I'm just...
Do you miss being a hoe?
I've not... sometimes.
That's wrong.
Sometimes, yeah.
You should.
Yeah, I do sometimes. But also... I don't know if we're ready. I don't know if we're ready to honestly go back out there and combat a disease that we don't know how to fight.
What do you mean?
Or a pandemic that we don't know how to fight, like the whole COVID thing. I don't know. So I'm just going to stay on the fence.
But when is long enough?
I guess when it's all over.
This shit ain't gonna be over no time soon.
I understand.
Like, I can't. I don't want to be... I feel like the government was giving us so much misinformation that none of us knew what the hell to believe. Yeah. So after a while, bitches was like, why am I wearing this mask? Donald Trump has not worn a mask since he's gotten on TV and spoken to us.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to operate in fear. I'm not one of those people. I believe that when it's your day to go, you gonna go. So I don't really think about that type of stuff too much. For me personally... A lot of people was like, second, third wave, I'm going to let y'all get out there, see what it's given. I will be the Tesla bitch. I will be the one.
Yeah, I'm going to, when you come in for the podcast, I'm going to ask how you feel.
Yeah, and that's fine. But just know that for that week before I saw you, I lived. I had a few Long Islands. I got gutter in the club. Like, I lived, because like shit's gonna happen regardless. If it ain't COVID, a bitch can have an asthma attack, someone can have cancer, it could be a car accident, it could be anything. I don't like operating in fear.
I get that.
Yeah, it's too much. And the way that the government is pushing this back, trying to hold out till we get a vaccine, like, y'all aren't thorough. I don't know what the fuck is in this vaccination. Y'all not gonna hold me down while y'all play y'all game. That's the moral of the story. I cannot be held down. Christina Aguilera voice.
I am nervous about how it all's going to go, but I'm also optimistic that I think with everything from the pandemic to the protests, I think that we are all learning how to love and how important it is that family is, and how important it is that we see all of us as one. And I think that's what we're going to get from this, that we all need to come together. Even me. If I've said anything on this show that has been hurtful or offensive or things that I feel like don't represent me in the best light or this show in the best light or who we are or how we love in the best light, I do want to say sorry.
Yeah, because you have been fucking horrible.
I do want to apologize. That's so sincere. Like, I do want to apologize because I know sometimes in the moment we say something crazy.
Can we stop saying we?
I say something crazy.
Thank
in the
you.
moment I say something crazy, and that's inappropriate. So if I have offended you or offended any group in any way, I do apologize about that.
Definitely.
I do.
I thought you were looking at me like
no.
I'm like, yeah.
No, I do. I do. I really do.
No, sir, I get. I can't take much seriously, but when I do, I'm very serious about it. No, I agree. I feel like there are times where culturally insensitive things are said. I can't decipher what, because some things I do mean, not about like bad driving and shit like that, but like within reason. I think that especially during this time specifically, it's so easy to be so pro-black that you seem anti everything else. But I'm a lover of all people, wholeheartedly. And I think right now what we're seeing is that the world needs love, and that it's not so much a race war. It's really a matter of those who are able to understand versus the ignorant ones. So, yeah, I second that apology.
Yeah.
I second that.
And as we start to go back outside into the world, let's make sure that we are staying safe, not only from the corona, but also from all the other outside hate that may be trying to infiltrate. Keep yourself centered, keep yourself positive, and keep yourself on that path you need to be.
That was good.
And that's it for Z Topic.
You know, I think WeHo's gonna be open when this ends. Because WeHo was like white land.
Yeah.
And that wasn't looted.
No, it was protected.
Sounds like we got the club. I'm going.
The bars are open.
Really?
Yeah, a few bars are open.
Which ones?
I know Rocco's was open. I'm not sure all of them, but I know that like a few of them were open.
Trunks probably too small to be open. I would love to go to Trunks. That's my shit. I think we can get an endorsement with them. I'd like to see it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the question of the day.
That's right. Quick.
Question.
So today's question of the day: what were your expectations for your current age in life before you got there, and what are they now that you're actually at that age?
I thought I'd be married.
Clearly.
Yeah, I thought I'd be married. I thought I'd be getting married by now. And thinking about like relationships and things that I want to do for the future and other things. Like when you're young, you think that it's so far away that you have all this time to accomplish everything that you wanted to do. But now that you start to actually live in the years and you start to get into it, it's like, dang, my expectations of what I thought was achievable or what I thought was the norm or what I thought I needed was a little bit harder than what I thought it was gonna be. So now I have to rearrange and get some stuff all together. But that's a great question. I think that I would change my expectations on love and how it feels and how it feels to give and how it feels to get love. I will also change my expectations on how hard I am on myself. Like always thinking, are you doing enough? Are you doing enough? I will also change my expectations on how other people feel and how other people think. Assuming.
You got to break that one down.
I found that I always assume that other people know exactly how I feel or how I think. And I think just because I expressed it. And I always often forget it's not about what I say, it's how it's interpreted. So I would also like take back expectation on conversation, open and honest conversation. What about you?
I I think that I figured I would blow a lot earlier than this, but I don't know why. I guess I just thought that's what it was gonna be. And I've done a great job, but like I thought it was gonna be like even further than it is right now. But I am I've never been one to think about love much. Like that's not been one of my focuses. I just always have been like very career driven, and I thought that it would have popped already. But now I'm learning like it's okay to just like breathe and try things and do things and enjoying the creativity of it rather than like the impact of it, and realizing that you're not other people's expectations. You don't have to live up to them. It's okay to just be you and let the world get that. So yeah, I'm learning to be more patient in this time, and that this is supposed to be my time to make mistakes and fuck up and be comfortable not knowing how to do things, rather than thinking I'm supposed to be this young Beyonce type person at this point, because those are the people I look up to, like the Beyoncés, and then I look up to like the Aaliyahs who was getting it at 14 and all this stuff. And it's just like everyone's journey takes off in its own time.
In its own time, and everyone's path is different.
Right. So I'm just getting more comfortable being me and figuring out what it is that I have to offer and fine-tuning that, as opposed to like rushing. Because it's going to happen, but I'm in a space where I can kind of like mellow out a bit.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about that, because it's a lot of pressure. At least for me, I put a lot of pressure on myself, and I know a lot of people that feel like that. Like, I feel like more than less people feel like, damn, like I'm not fucking it up. Like I should be doing more, and I get that, but it has to be a process, or else there's nothing to look back on. There's nothing for you to teach. There's nothing beneficial if you kind of just rush it.
Yeah. Take your time. I think that's the expectation. I would say, take your time and be wise about all your decisions. Be wise about everything you said. Be wise about everything you give. Be wise about everything that you love. Just be wise, because you never know what decision you made a long time ago will affect you in the future, or what good karma or bad karma is going to come back to you. So that's why I try to get positive energy, positive love, so my expectations of what I have for myself in the future can truly come to fruition, because I have given it back out.
Yeah.
If you spew hate, I guess that's what you get, hate.
Yeah.
So I think that you should make sure that your expectations of what you want for yourself and what you expect of others are all done out of love.
Yeah. And it's so much easier that way. Like there are for those people that keep a lot of negative energy, isn't it depleting?
It is.
It's very draining. Like I feel like the world is so much easier to navigate if you operate through a place of love. Like when you're nice to cashiers and shit, say you don't have the money to pay for your food, they may let you rock. They, when you help someone, even like taking a second when you see a homeless person on the street and they're talking to you, just to look at them and like, even if you don't have money to give them, say, no, I'm sorry, but just to act like they're a person and let them know that their existence is felt. It doesn't take anything. And, like, I'll playfully be a bitch because sometimes it's cool. But, like, when it comes to other people, especially people that I don't know, I think that the world is already so harsh that the least I can do is extend a little love.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just be more conscious. And this goes back to what you were saying earlier. Like, the world needs love right now more than ever. So...
And I am making a vow now to do my part to put more love out. And I'm being more careful what I say, how I say it. Like I said before, like I really feel like I'm just going through like as we're sitting here, like I'm thinking about like, man, I may have really said something, because how we feel right now with the Black Lives Matter movement is how every marginalized group probably feels and how they will feel going forward. So now I'm like, I have said some things that may have been offensive, and if they heard that it would it probably would. It would definitely be a stain on my career that I would not be happy about if it hurt somebody's feelings.
Yeah.
So now I'm saying I do apologize wholeheartedly for that, and that's like to anyone's listening or any future listeners of the show. I do apologize about that.
Yeah. No, that's good. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that was all for today's question of the day.
Question.
And now, you wanted to do it again so bad.
I did. I'm like, Kelvin, get it together. You're right here. This is episode 134. You would think we will have it by now.
Sometimes I feel like it's just playful. Like, another thing I'm learning, I mean, not that I had expectations of doing radio at this point in life specifically. But one thing that I'm learning is that it's okay to play around sometimes and just like be goofy, and like everything doesn't have to be perfect. Like for me doing Bitch You Better Read, granted, I would love to like flow through it effortlessly, not stutter over any words, know how to say acquiescence off rip, but you know, it's just we're still young and trying to figure shit out, and I guess that's why I'm also kind of hesitant when it comes to cancel culture, because I feel like it doesn't allow people the chance to be human or vulnerable.
Yeah.
It's very, oh, you fucked up one time, well, girl, fuck you. But it's crazy because for those people behind the screens, look at your own track record. When you fuck up, it may be on a smaller scale kept between you, your friends, or your family, but is it not a fuck up? Is it not something where you could have ruined your own friendship?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, why do you hold these celebrities to such a standard where at least not understanding that if they fuck up once or twice, because those that I talk bad about, repeated offenders.
Mm-hmm.
But for those like the Trinas, what else have you known Trina really to say? Trina don't even talk that damn much. Like, why are you guys like, these are people's livelihoods, and I understand that we're in a very sensitive time, and she said some bullshit, but we all say some bullshit from time to time. Just I don't know, like, and in regards to the show, like, we're not always gonna get it right, but when we get it right, it's the fucking get right.
Yeah, I agree. We may not always get it right, but when we get it right, we get it right.
Mm-hmm. And you.
Yeah.
So yeah, now it's time for If I Told You That. So today's If I Told You That. Would you rather have to say everything that comes to your mind or never say anything again?
Never say anything again.
That's tough though. You'll be a mute.
I know, but I also don't want to offend people, and everybody has a bad thought. Like, not even like if it's like, not like say like everybody like a racist thought or like this, but like, oh, I really don't like those shoes. And it's just my humble opinion, but it's not on my feet, but I don't want to say it out loud because they may hear it and now they're upset with me.
Yeah, that's true. I was talking to a friend the other day just about mental health and shit like that. And, you know, I realized that life gets really layered, at least mentally, where people think shit. And it's just like, am I supposed to think this? Or like, why am I thinking this? Or like, does this make me a terrible person? Or like, and when it comes to that shit, then yeah, I'd rather never speak again.
Yeah.
Like, I'd actually rather never.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Is that something everyone deals with?
With not saying anything that's on their mind?
No, like super negative thoughts.
I think it's human for us to have a negative thought about ourselves. No one thinks they're perfect. Everyone has their own insecurity, so it's human to do that. But to overly do it, I think then that is something that should be talked about out loud, and that you should get help to walk through and cancel yourself with.
But I mean, towards the outside world.
Oh, towards the outside world. I think one thing that we, and I know I'm guilty of, some things I don't understand in order to make us feel not as like, I don't know what's going to, we make a joke of some things. And I think that is a very human thing that people do. Yeah, if that answers the question.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like humans are so layered, and there's certain things that I would never talk about with the world. So I'm like, I imagine everyone has like a file of things in their head that they would never talk about with the world.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Like, how deep does it get?
Yeah.
But I'm sitting here thinking about that. That's some shit. And this is why it's important to lead with love, because you never know what's going on in bitches' heads.
At all. You never know what could be the last straw.
Okay. That was all I have for If I Told You That.
This show's going by so fast today.
It is. I think because for the first time it's just been us two.
Oh, jeez. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They definitely just cut you off right in the middle.
It's okay. It's Whitney.
Everything.
If Whitney cut me off in life, I'd probably feel honored.
Oh, wow.
She's Whitney Houston.
I would too.
Yeah.
I honestly would too.
What am I talking about?
Thank you.
What am I talking about?
Thank you.
It's Whitney Houston.
Yeah, interrupt.
Yeah.
Please, have the floor. Please.
And I feel like she'd say something good.
She
or
would.
funny.
Or funny.
Yeah.
Love Whitney.
I know, me too.
So, this week's... Oh, I forgot.
You almost didn't play it.
This is for you big fat white man, smelling fat bitch. Why you young motherfuckers with your trifling dirt, right that bitch.
All right, so for Uniquely Speaking, I put this up there a long time ago, but we never really got to Uniquely Speaking a lot.
No, we haven't gotten to Uniquely Speaking
in a long time.
a month.
Yeah. So, I want to say for this one was called Who Said That? And it was a play on something that we were just talking about now, your inner thoughts. And what you think to yourself when no one's listening or when no one's around. What are your innermost, deepest thoughts? And when we sit down and we really reflect on the person that we are and where we want to go and how we want to do it, how are we talking to ourselves? Because sometimes you say things in the back of your mind and you start to believe them because you think someone said it to you or someone has planted that little seed, but it's honestly you repeating it in the back of your head. So now you're repeating it to yourself. They may have said it, but now you still have stuck with it. So now who said that? Why am I believing these things? Who said that? Like, oh, Kelvin, you're getting a little too over this stuff. Who said that? Oh, you may not be the best at what you honestly think that you're doing. Who said that? Well, this is the ways you can improve with this, and oh my goodness, who said that? Those small thoughts in the back of your mind slowly become a larger voice. And at the end of the day, you have to check yourself on what is honestly going to help you be a better person and what is tearing you down. Check your inner self and say, who said that to yourself? Who said that I am not who I say I am because I said I was? You have to think about. Did that make sense? Okay. So you have to honestly take those moments and be like, okay, this is where I am. This is where I'm standing, and this is what I honestly believe about myself. And if I say this is what I am, and then I'm talking to myself in the most positive light, then I have nothing but positivity to say. No matter how I feel or what I'm thinking in that situation, positivity will still come from that situation. And I think that's one thing that's super important. So for Uniquely Speaking, I just want to remind you, who said that? You said that. You said that you are, therefore you are. So speak how you want to be presented. Speak what you want.
That's good.
And that is it for Uniquely
This is
Speaking.
for you big fat white man, smelling fat bitch.
Fuck you, Rachel.
Why you young motherfuckers with your trifling dirt, right that bitch.
It's really been upsetting me that we haven't been able to get to Uniquely Speaking because I think that's my favorite soundbite.
Yeah.
Like every time it plays, it's on site for Rachel.
Poor Rachel.
Yeah. She has to be exhausted.
She has to.
Well, she's horrible.
Yeah.
Why did she take off the schedule?
I don't know why she took off the schedule.
Big body Oompa Loompa ass bitch.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh.
Oh, my God. Guys, I'm low-key delirious. I want to go back to sleep.
I think so. It's okay if we end the show early?
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. This is a mini episode to Get Right. Also, we do have a friend that's going home from out of town.
Yeah. Congratulations to the homie Andy, who will be traveling, leaving LA. But, where the money calls and where the spirit wants to go, follow.
Yes. So, for those that are listening, make sure you catch us next week. Right, Eric?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. As always, ladies and gentlemen, you can catch us every Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. if you are on the East Coast, and every other region. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what time you guys can catch us. But Do the math. And you can catch me on Instagram at The World According to Eric, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Eric Devante. And I said I would stop promoting Snapchat.
Yes, and you can find me, Kelvinology, Kelvinology, on your Instagram or on Twitter. Follow me. And also make sure you're following the Get Right Radio Show on your Instagram and download that Good News Radio app, because that's how you can play this show back and listen to a lot of amazing other shows.
Period. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you got right.
That's right. Get right or get left.
Bitch, you better get right.